The paper science at Miami has helped develop me and other students professionally. I think the biggest part has been the networking and information events that they do to try to connect, to try to bridge the gap between student and professional. My favorite event is definitely the annual dinner in the spring where they invite a lot of alumni and industry representatives to come and connect with the students during the dinner. And that's really fun, not only because the food is really good, but because you get to introduce yourself and get to know a lot of people who were once exactly in your shoes. And it's just a really good way to help learn how to be a professional in a networking sense and in a social sense that you don't really get in a lot of other programs.
The paper program has allowed me to develop professionally many different ways. The first way I can think of is the pre-night networking event that they host every year before the career fair happens, where many paper-related companies or paper companies will come in, talk with students, network for a night, and just kind of get that ice broken right before career fair happens and get the ball rolling on interviews and just thinking about the future. Another way I can think of is throughout the school year, they'll have many different companies, not even just paper companies, but even biomedical related companies and others come in for an evening and they'll host an information session so you get to know about the company. Sometimes they'll even bring in free food. And you get to meet these people one on one, discuss with them, ask any questions you have, and possibly even get information about opportunities for you during your education or even post education when you're after graduation looking for a full time job.
This scholarship really demonstrates to me the amazing generosity of people in the paper industry and how they are working to build a supportive network for young professionals like myself. I love knowing that in the past, our sponsors were once in my shoes. They were confused students not sure where to go in their careers, and that the paper industry also helped guide them, and programs like our paper program at Miami helped guide them through their career journey and gave them such a fulfilling experience that they wanted to give back. I look forward to having that same experience, which has already been started by scholarships and TAPI and really just our paper science and engineering program at Miami, which has inspired me to help others grow as young professionals.
As a full-time student and a full-time mom, this scholarship has been invaluable. We already worry about the cost for everyday expenses and all of the kids' activities, so it's nice to not have to worry about the cost for my school. I can focus on how to study for my education rather than how I'm going to pay for it. And with the money we saved on tuition, I was able to go on the paper engineering study abroad this past January. The experience was life-changing and something I had never thought I was going to be able to do when I went back to school.
Personally, my favorite way to stay involved in TAPI is to go on mill tours. We get to travel around the area, visit different mills, get to see what it's like, the different mills, get to talk with real engineers, people who work there get to show us around. I think it's a really cool experience. You get to travel with other TAPI members, kind of bond and stuff. I think it's a really great experience.
So far, my favorite way to stay involved in TAPI has been through our yearly banquets. Every year we have an end of semester banquet where we go to Armstrong Student Center. We get a very nice meal paid for by the foundation, and we learn a ton about the industry from different professionals who give speeches. We thank people for our scholarships and are actually awarded them physically. And we also get to network with people at our tables, which I think has been a great experience for me.
I have worked at West Rock for the past 2 summers. First summer last year, I worked at Mart Mill in Alabama. I worked in the powerhouse and recovery department as a process control engineer. Got to do a lot of cool things with the DCS, the PLC ladder logic, and I worked my main project was configuring those items for the installation of a river water recirculation valve. And then this summer, I'm working on the manufacturing and analytics corporate IT team, where I get to go to different mills once to twice a month, and I get to do various projects that help them perform better. So again, I just want to say thank you for your support. nothing I've experienced would be possible without it. So I just want to say thank you.
I also have been fortunate enough to get an internship through the foundation. I'm currently interning at Georgia Pacific's Neenah Technical Center as a research and development intern in Neenah, Wisconsin. I have gained wonderful real-world experience, and I wouldn't have been able to get this opportunity without support from the foundation. I truly am thankful.
The Paper Science and Engineering Foundation has helped me both personally and professionally advance in my studies and my career. Through them, I've been able to make contact with Procter & Gamble, and for these last 2 summers, I've been with their R&D group here in Cincinnati working on both Bounty and Charmin.